There is a moment your body gives you that almost no one knows how to use. Not because it's rare, not because it's mystical, but because it's quiet. It's this short window where the nervous system stops defending, the body stops bracing, and those long-held patterns, well, they loosen their grip. And if you don't recognize this moment when it appears, the body just closes the door and goes back to business as usual. This isn't motivation. It isn't manifestation. It isn't mindset. It's timing. And without timing, effort doesn't accelerate change. It actually prevents it. Before this ends, you'll understand exactly how the body enters this state, and why trying to force it is the reason most people never reach it. Your body does not rewrite itself while you're trying to change it. It rewrites itself when it decides it's safe enough to stop maintaining the old version. That decision happens only after pressure drops, after threat subsides, after the system realizes it doesn't need to hold anymore. You've already felt this state before, but you just didn't know what it was. It often shows up right after a deep exhale, after the body settles, after something inside you says, okay, we're not being chased. This shift isn't psychological, it's biochemical. Adrenal signaling drops, cortisol output softens, blood flow redistributes away from defense and back toward repair. The body isn't calming down, it's standing down. When the sympathetic nervous system powers down, something unusual happens. The body stops optimizing for survival and starts optimizing for repair. Heart rate slows, muscle tone softens, hormonal signaling quiets, and the vagus nerve, well, it increases its influence over the system. When vagal tone increases, the body does three things fast. It restores rhythm in the heart, it returns blood flow to the gut, and it downshifts inflammatory signaling. That's why this state feels like your whole interior gets quieter. The body is reallocating resources away from defense. The body enters this window the same way it exits shock, not through action, but through the absence of further demand. When breathing slows on its own, when muscles stop preparing for movement, and when no new input arrives, the nervous system concludes that the threat has passed. That conclusion, not effort, is what opens the window. This is when the body becomes receptive instead of reactive. This is the moment most people miss, because nothing dramatic happens. No rush, no insight, no emotional release, just a quiet shift where the body stops scanning for threat and starts listening inward. Reaction is fast, receptivity is slow. When the system is reactive, everything tightens to predict what's coming next. When it becomes receptive, prediction drops, and sensation takes over. The body isn't preparing an answer anymore. It's receiving information. And in that state, the nervous system doesn't brace against the future. It updates the present. That's why change happens here. Not through effort, but through availability. Most people think relaxation is the goal. It's not. Relaxation is just the doorway. The mistake almost everyone makes is re-stimulating themselves the moment they enter this state. They move, they think, they reach for another technique, and the system interprets that as danger returning. To the nervous system, intention doesn't matter. Only signals do. Movement, thought, effort, even curiosity. They all mean the same thing biologically. Attention has turned outward again, and outward attention has always meant threat. And just like that, the window closes. Old systems understood this, not symbolically, mechanically. Stillness was never about discipline. It was about allowing the body to finish what it started. The body rewrites itself in moments where nothing is demanded of it. After regulation, posture reorganizes on its own. Breath deepens naturally. The system renegotiates its baseline. Muscles that have been guarding for years suddenly receive permission to let go. This is not healing. This is undoing. Neurologically, This window corresponds to heightened interoceptive awareness, the brain listening inward instead of outward. When the brain listens inward, it updates the map it uses to predict the world. Interoception is your brain reading the body's internal signals: breath pressure, gut tension, heartbeat, muscle tone. When those signals change, the brain stops predicting danger. And when the danger prediction drops, your thoughts stop being driven by protection. That map determines pain, anxiety, identity, and behavior. Change doesn't happen in thought. It happens in the map beneath thought. Your brain is not reacting to the present, it's predicting it, and those predictions are built from the internal map the body holds. When the map updates, perception updates, pain changes, emotion changes, identity follows. The diaphragm plays a central role here. It's not just a breathing muscle, it's a pressure valve between threat and safety. When pressure here softens, the entire nervous system recalibrates downward. Most people are braced here all day without noticing. A subtle tightening that says, "Be ready." But the diaphragm is connected to the whole threat system. When it finally releases, the signal sent upward is simple: we're not under attack. That's why the rewrite starts here. That's why this state often feels warm, heavy, or expansive. That sensation isn't relaxation, it's permission. Metaphysically, this is where identity loosens. What you call personality is often stabilized tension. When tension drops, identity becomes negotiable. This is why insight without embodiment destabilizes people. Old traditions warned against moving too soon for a reason. Movement too early signals threat returning, and patterns lock back in. You didn't fail. You just interrupted the process. For most people, this window lasts between 5 and 8 minutes. This window isn't measured by clocks, it's measured by completion. The body needs uninterrupted time to finish a cycle it's been postponing, sometimes for years. Rush it, and the cycle suspends again. Stay, and it resolves. 7 minutes isn't a rule, it's an average. Stillness here is not passive, it's active containment. Containment allows intensity to become coherence. Without containment, awareness fragments. With it, awareness integrates. This is where chronic pain patterns loosen, where long-held anxiety softens. You'll know you're inside the window because small things happen on their own. The jaw unclenches, the swallow returns, the belly drops, the eyes soften. These aren't relaxation tips. They're the nervous system exiting a loop it's been stuck in. Not through effort, through completion. The hardest action is restraint. Modern wellness struggles because it worships stimulation. Stacking practices destroys integration. One window, one opportunity. Do nothing. Let the body finish. And when the window closes naturally, movement feels different. Clear, quiet, integrated. That's how you know it worked. Spirit descends through coherence, not force. The body must be ready to receive what awareness reveals. This window is the gatekeeper between insight and embodiment. Miss the gate, and insight becomes fantasy. The old rule was simple. When the body stops, let it finish stopping. Stillness completes what effort begins. This is the 7-minute window where the body rewrites itself. And now that you know it exists, you won't miss it again.